Welcome back to the channel. It's day 3 of our epic 2-continent, 5-country adventure, and today we're diving into the electric energy of Bangkok, Thailand. The game plan for today includes hopping into tuk-tuks, jumping on the metro, and heading to one of the wildest shopping experiences in Southeast Asia, Chatuchak Weekend Market. Over 15,000 stalls, bargains or scams, and maybe even a fridge magnet to complete a family tradition. We'll also check out a couple of our favorite affordable Bangkok restaurants. Can we make it through the day without being ripped off even once? And will we accomplish our family tradition? Stick around to the end to see how we go and for tips for your own trip.
One thing that's really changed since we were here 20 years ago is the price of tuk-tuks. I totally underestimated what the tuk-tuk would cost. You have to bargain hard, and they're all trying to take advantage of you as a tourist. So we're spending 120 on this short ride to a subway station. It's only about 3 kilometers, so less than 2 miles. And that was after bargaining. They wanted to charge us 200. We had to walk away from a few tuk-tuks, and eventually they called us back for 120. Very local streets down here. You won't see a lot of tourists on this road. For me, this is always the most interesting part. Beautiful temple here. Okay, so we're just about to get on the subway again. We're heading off to Chatuchak Market. We use these tokens to get in and out of the subway. This trip is 10 stops, cost us 40 baht each, so that's about $2.50 New Zealand. Alright, we're on the subway. We're hopping off the subway soon. One thing that I've noticed here is that the subway is actually quite expensive when you compare it to South Korea or Taiwan, for example, even though those are wealthier economies. So you kind of wonder how the locals can afford it. Maybe they get monthly passes or something like that. Alright, so we've made it to the Chatuchak Market's weekend market. Just outside the subway station, you get here on the blue line to stop number 12. And this is massive. So I was last here 20 years ago. You could spend hours walking around here. There's so much to see. So if you're wanting to get all your touristy things, this is the place to come. There's also lots of places to eat, massage, Thai massage, whatever you like. But yeah, join us as we check it out together.
Keep going down.
Yep.
And then come back.
So you'll find a combination here of your sort of cheap souvenirs, your fridge magnets and your t-shirts, but also some amazing handicrafts made by local people. So you just got to shop around. Obviously you've got to bargain everywhere as well to get the best deal, but plenty to see here. So as I said, it's a weekend market. It's Sunday today and the time is just after midday, but it's surprisingly quiet here. I remember it being a lot busier. That was 20 years ago. I thought it would be busier than that today. If you see anything you like, we can stop and have a look.
Magnets, David.
Now it's a family tradition that we get a fridge magnet everywhere we visit. So our fridge is getting pretty full. But we're going to look for one for Bangkok here. You see the 7-Eleven magnet, Grace?
We need that. Yeah.
That's what we need. Possibly the greatest store in Thailand, 7-Eleven.
Love these. Kate would love that one.
Oh, yeah.
Emily would love that purple.
Grace is trying to look for something that she can take as souvenirs for her best friends at home. Hi Kate and Emily. It's the place to go. Hello. Some delicious looking food.
Wow, it's amazing. Again, some artificial flowers but used for ceremonial purposes here. You can see all the prices of the scarves and things here. Very reasonable. 100 baht, you're looking at about $3.5 US.
Oh, these are chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
Breast.
Hello. These patterns are very popular here. A lot of tourists end up buying pairs of baggy pants with these kinds of patterns with elephants. You need them, or you need to be wearing long pants or trousers to go into many of the religious sites or the Grand Palace. And so many people end up buying pairs with those patterns on the streets. You'll see all the foreigners walking around with them for about, again, $5 or $10. Not everything that they sell here is for tourists. This is just something that sells things that locals need as well.
I can't remember which way we're going.
What are these? Bags for 100 baht.
Okay, we're just going
Down
to
here.
stop here and have a drink.
It is really warm inside here, so it's open air. It's not air conditioned, although you're undercover. It is quite heavy. The air is heavy inside with humidity, so you will feel it. Make sure you bring water with you to hydrate.
Gosh, Mum,
Yeah, we do need to look for a hat here as well.
they've got hats in there.
There's some magnets. So there are some places here where the prices are sort of fixed, or they say there's no negotiation. You can take that at face value, but obviously the expectation is that you do bargain in most places. Bought a little bag for Grace. Where's that bag? Mum can model it there for us. Really nice bag that was about $5.50 New Zealand, so about $3 US. And we didn't bother to haggle, but then we've just been into another store where we did bargain, and we offered what we thought was a reasonable price, which is about 40% less than what she asked in the first instance. And she said no. At that point, you've got to be willing to walk away. We've just bought some of these little elephants for Grace's friends and for her. These little ones were 60 baht each, as you can see there, which really seem quite cheap already. That's only about $2 US each. So we bargained down a little bit. I just said, oh, can we have 3 for 150 baht instead of 180? And of course he was totally fine with that. We come into sort of an open clearing, but there's so much more down that end, and we haven't even scratched the surface of what's up here. I'd say there's probably 5 or 6 football fields worth of things to see. Hello. Amazing. Now, one of the things that we need to do here is get some more foreign exchange as well. So there are some money changes around here, so you just got to find one that gives you a decent price. My tiger balm here. There it is. Tiger balm, the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to grab one of these while we're here actually. In New Zealand we would pay massively more than this. That's right, we could have that as our sink. We'll have to, when we build our next house, we've built 3 in our lives so far, we'll have to fly to Thailand to buy a basin at this market. Of course, Thailand is the home to Thai kickboxing, Muay Thai as it's called, or Muay Thai. There's a stadium right next door here as well. Alright, so here we are at Croc Gibbet Central.
Oh look, these are like M&M's.
Amazing.
Pizzas.
Look at that. Grace is big into her Crocs at the moment, aren't you, Grace? And this is your sort of thing. And
Timu Crocs.
Yes, Timu Crocs. It's got these amazing little bags over here. Very cool. Also Crocs type bags. So if you've been out in the market just outside where it is boiling hot and you need to get a break from being out in that extreme oppressive heat, then you can come into the mall here, and there's obviously toilets in here that are quite nice. Buy something so that you're supporting the mall right next to the market, but then you can be a bit refreshed and head back out into the heat. Now, everyday problems. We have run out of toothpaste, so we just bought some of this in the mall here. This is a brand that you'll see throughout Asia. It's called Dali, but it has really quite a crazy and quite racist history. It used to be called Darky toothpaste with a K, and then about 20 years ago they changed it to Dali toothpaste, and they changed the logo. So kind of crazy, but it does the job. Oh, thank you. It seems a lot busier inside here than it does outside in the main market. Yes, I suspect everyone's coming for the aircon just like we did. We also came in to change money. There's a money changer in here. The rates are not bad. So now we are back out into the heat of the main market. Hi, Grace. You can really find pretty much anything you could want over here, and lots of things that you don't need, but you'll find yourself buying them anyway just because the pricing is so reasonable. And this is the giant mall that we just came out of. Look at the size of it. It just runs seemingly forever. We only just looked at a little bit downstairs, and it's probably a tiny fraction of the size of the outside market here. Amazing, hey?
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. So we're heading back inside into the main labyrinth of different stalls. It really is endless. So you've got an endless array of options here. Got some nice outfits for Elizabeth here.
Are we planning or are we just going?
Just go this way.
It's too hard to...
You may start your trip here with grand plans of a structured walk around the stores. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You're going to end up just going somewhere. There's diagonal roads, there's random little alleyways, so just enjoy the ride.
I'm getting hungry.
Yes, we haven't eaten lunch yet, and it is around 20 past 1. Look at that. So we are beginning to get quite peckish. Okay, we're still hunting for that elusive fridge magnet that will fit in with the bunch of other ones we have at home. If you need a bit of bling, this is the place to come. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you. I was referring to the jewelry, not the shop owner, but you know, both. Thank you. Oh, smell of those, Grace. Smells amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Various types of aromas. Got all your superheroes and Frozen outfits for kids. These are very cute, aren't they? If you're much smaller.
That's what I need. I need this, David, to replace my Wow.
Grace is beginning to get a bit hungry, we can tell, as a parent cat. You see, exactly like that. We're still on a mission to find a good magnet that we like. Just so much to see and so much you could be spending on, so we're trying to limit the damage. Could this be the magnet store for us? Who knows? sure they're all originals. So now we're in part of the market that's obviously trying to be a bit more fancy pants. Higher prices, all very bohemian smelling and looking, with all the unusual things that you can buy but at much higher prices. Just got to watch your step here, the ground is very uneven. Will she?
Something that's blue because this one's got pink and purple in it. So this one.
So now we're scrunchie shopping, 3 for 100.
I don't.
Dad's really into scrunchies.
I really am, apparently.
I really want to get one of these.
I'm into paying for scrunchies.
And then we're going down here, Samyot.
Okay, 45 baht each. It's a lot of stations to get through from here. So this one doesn't seem as expensively priced as the other ones were. So it spits out a token like that. You actually scan your token on top, then you hold on to your token, you keep it with you, and then when you get to the other end, you drop the token into the slot when you exit. We finished at the market about 20 minutes ago, and now we're on the subway. It's a Sunday afternoon, it's really busy, but really interesting just to see, you know, people from different cultures, how they dress, what they look like, what they watch on their phones on the train. Really interesting.
Have on loudly.
Or yeah, what sounds they have for all of us to enjoy on the train, whether we want to or not. But yeah, it's really cool. And now you drop your coin into the slot here, and we're through. Okay, thank you.
Page this time.
Scoot over. Alright, so we're into yet another tuk-tuk. It's really busy here this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and we're doing a U-turn in the middle of the big road, no worries. And we're heading back to the hotel. Food court over here. And then Mercedes-Benz right here. Bit of a mess, I think it's safe to say. Red lights, don't worry about it, just go. That's how we roll. I mean, that might be how we roll if we get here. Locals as well. Yeah, some locals. Try not to die today. Okay, so we just got off our tuk-tuk and I feel like we got ripped off for the first time here. So, you know, you're always trying to negotiate a price with the driver before you hop in the tuk-tuk. Don't get in until you've agreed a price. He wanted 200, as they always seem to. I offered 100 and then we seemed to agree on 120. I thought we had agreed. He wanted 150 and then we seemed to agree on 120. But he basically demanded 150 when we got to our destination. I gave him 120 and he was like, no, 150. So make triply sure that you understand each other properly before you get in. So yesterday we had such an amazing food experience at a hole-in-the-wall place just around the corner from where we're staying, that today we've come back there for a very late lunch. It's 3:15 and we've just started eating now. I am having just some curry chicken with rice. Grace, what are you having?
I'm having spring rolls, and there seems to be carrot and I think cabbage, and I think some rice noodles as well.
That sounds amazing. And Mum, what are you having?
Fried soy glass noodles with chicken.
3 hours later.
So we had such a good meal last night at Madame Kyo restaurant over here that we have come back again for round number 2 tonight. Tonight we're actually sitting outside here in the street. I'm sitting in the road basically, so hopefully I don't get wiped out by a passing scooter or tuk-tuk. But it feels cooler sitting out here than sitting inside. What was that phrase?
If you do get wiped out, then I can take over your YouTube channel.
Okay, then it would actually be successful. So as a creature of habit, I've gone for the same thing tonight as I had last night. Grace is having her favourite dumplings that she also had last night. And yes, we've got some Western style food here in the form of French fries.
But I'm eating them with chopsticks.
That's right, so that makes it culturally appropriate.
Now, before I give you my final thoughts on the Chatuchak Weekend Market and our third day in Bangkok, comment with your best or worst bargaining experience below. And if you're enjoying this series, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more travel, chaos, culture, and amazing food, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next stop on our 5-country journey. Now, the weekend market was awesome. So much to see. Not as crowded as we thought it might be, and most things were very reasonably priced. You still need to bargain hard, but it's well worth checking out. If you're traveling light, this would be a great place to stock up on clothes and other travel items as well as souvenirs for those back home. As for the tuk-tuk drivers, rip-off stories are part and parcel of every trip to Thailand, I suspect, so keep your eyes open and be clear on prices to avoid getting scammed badly. So, did we get that magnet we were looking for to join so many others on our fridge? I'll leave you with this.